pain that God sees humanity going through because people choose evil. Richard in Kansas, you're on the air.
Wow, after that, I don't even know where to start, Alex.
How you doing today, buddy?
Another day in paradise.
It is paradise, and that's the thing. It's still a great country, still a great world. There's so much good, but good can't see evil. Good is so blind. Childlike goodness. We're a nation of mesmerized children, and we have to rediscover good. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, that's why it's important for people to talk to each other. Don't trust the TV to give you all the facts. Talk to your community. Talk to the people around you. Start getting involved with petitions for anything, whether it's cleaning fluoride out of your water, demanding healthier food in your supermarkets. This is the steps you have to begin with, is talking to other people and getting involved.
I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. What did you call in about today?
I actually wanted to go ahead and kick back to the fluoride thing you brought up, because I definitely want to thank you for all the exposure you've given to the truth.
Please don't thank me, man.
Issue.
We're in this together. I'm under attack as well. Please do not thank me anymore.
Removing the fluoride is extremely important, because while this is in major drinking supplies, most people are going to be that much harder to get through.
Well, no, that's why you can't wake America up, because most of them are brain damaged.
It's a trance-like state. Everyone's in a robotic, zombie-like state. And that's why, honestly, starting with fluoride is honestly a good step, because once you get that out, you actually get people to start listening a little bit better. That's why people should find every single petition to remove fluoride on the internet or in their local communities they can find.
Everybody should fight it themselves or having victories. That's what's even more frustrating. When people keep taking action and hammering the enemy, we always end up winning. We've got the power. That's what's so frustrating. These globalists are like 2-inch, chicken-necked, pus-filled, stinking, cowardly little goblins. And we're like 10,000-foot iron statues. We can just crush them. But instead, we're on our knees begging to the chicken neck. I mean, it's such a joke.
It's honestly entertaining to see even what local officials try to use for excuses on all of these issues.
Because they're not servants, they're officials. You know, you go to government meetings and you watch these nobodies in their little outfits, power tripping like birds that want to sit higher in the tree, that they're up there at the dais. It's pathetic. The real exercise of power is a responsibility and a weight. It is so pathetic looking at these people. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just a cult of Skeletors and Skedis Award winners.
It's crazy. I appreciate your call and actually make out that last part. What did he say?
I was just saying that you're pretty much dealing with a cult of Skeletors and Skedis Award winners. Just listen to what your local officials say.
Yeah, status award winners. That's it.
Like our own health department here tried to tell us when we got our petition on the news for, against sodium fluoride, tried to tell us it was a natural occurring material that would appear in water naturally, even if we didn't put it in there.
No. They lie to you and talk to you like you're a moron. I mean, literally, TSA will ask me where I'm going and try to do their little assessment thing. And I just look at them and I literally will say things like, it's on record the government controlled the underwear bomber. It's on record that this is all staged. And by the way, you're going to get cancer from those scanners. No, I'm not. And I go, oh, really? You believe the government when you're told to lie to us all day? Stop acting powerful. Please stop acting powerful. And let me tell you, they're dressing down. I haven't flown out of Austin in like 4 or 5 months. I'm told now that state reps, they know who they are and stuff. They are dressing them down. Well, it's on record in San Antonio. They know who they are and go, get over here. You don't like us? Get over here. I mean, they're telling them, you are God. You rule everyone. I mean, they are just, and again, they didn't do it through the police because there's at least some constitutional training there. Just like every authoritarian regime, they go scrape the bottom of the barrel and they find a bunch of idiots and tell them they're God. And that's why they keep flipping out and running around screaming they're God and stripping down naked. If you're a new listener, I'm not joking. In Maryland and California, they strip down naked and begin screaming, I'm God, and then start flopping around the ground. That's NBC News and Associated Press. Look it up. By the way, I have talked to, then we're going to get back into some radiation news. It's funny, I meant to do this plug last hour, and I was about to plug this, and then we're about to get to the radiation news that we'll hit on here in just a second. Like, where did my news go about that? Oh, Here it is. Here it is about what's happening in Fukushima. This new dietary supplement, Modoflavin, has come highly recommended from Mike Adams, but then all these other experts I was talking to, and doctors, nutritionists, you name it. Because I was looking at the best system to get extra trace minerals and things, but also to get the iodine so that your thyroid is a lot more healthy. And this special proprietary blend of brown seaweed that they get from an area far away from Fukushima down in New Zealand is the way to go. It is available discounted at Infowars.com, and all the orders also get a free Citizen Rule book and bumper stickers. And I am now taking this. Weldon, because I was doing research for about 6 months on this. Weldon and others took this and lost weight. It had incredible amounts of energy increase. In fact, I'm going to cut an ad later and have Weldon actually plug it, because we did a lot of research for 6 months because I said, I want to carry one of these seaweed extracts. I want to carry the best. Our research found it's this brand, this system of Modoflavin. I keep mispronouncing it. How do you say it, Chris? Modophyland. And folks, I'm public school educated. But natural dietary supplement, it's got so many attributes to it, and I've just started taking it a week ago. Detoxifies the body from heavy metals, radioactive elements, free radicals, and toxins, boosts the immune system, can help protect against thyroid cancer and other cancers, helps to decrease high blood sugar and cholesterol levels, helps those who are overweight by improving the function of gastrointestinal tract, helps to detoxify smokers from strontium and cadmium. Yeah, it's radioactive to smoke cigarettes, if you didn't know that. Improves the structure of the hair and nails. Oh, that's what Weldon said. It's like crazy. And helps them grow. All natural, no known side effects. You know, I know 2 women personally who had their hair falling out. When they went on longevity products, their hair came back. Literally, because they had the trace elements gone. Well, this is separate from longevity. I'm just bringing you the best stuff I found. It's available at Infowars.com in the online shopping cart, or InfoWarsShop.com. Infowarshop.com or InfoWarsStore.com will take you right there. Lowest price on it that you're going to find anywhere. And you get the free Citizen Rule book with it as well. Read all about it for yourself, because we've done the research. And, I mean, the guy that wrote When Technology Fails, he's all done the research, says it's the best. I mean, it's just so many people in my research, it kept coming up, this type of seaweed. Because it's all good. But this stuff is it. Okay, I'm done. I'm done talking about that. I want to go to break and come back and take a few calls, but where is my news on that? See, I was reading this, it made me think of that. NNSA measuring background radiation over Baltimore, government security news, and they say ahead of government meetings there, they are testing it to see if there's any type of attack or anything coming. It's totally ridiculous. They're worried about that. Meanwhile, and I've shown you this on the FDA's own website. The EPA is the main group that made the ruling, but the FDA also ran with it, saying, oh, this isotope can be 1,000 times stronger, and then this one can be 125 times stronger. They listed dozens and dozens of isotopes. I read it on air. You can look it up, back last year, because it went up in milk and in cabbage and in all this stuff that grows on the surface, lettuce. And so instead of just saying, we better test this stuff and then warn people or ban it for a while like they did after Chernobyl. This is much bigger than Chernobyl. It all blows right across the ocean to us. That's how the trade winds go from Japan. And they're still melting down. There's radiation still coming. I didn't even get to the key part of this. Instead of that, they just say, oh, everything's fine. Meanwhile, Fukushima to blame for mysterious illnesses striking hundreds of flight attendants. It's been confirmed that the sea life, the seals have their hair falling out. There's mass deaths of animals. That's where the main water that had all that radiation is swirling in the currents. It's all hitting Alaska, and now the flight attendants think it's radiation. Their hair's falling out in that area.
Thank you for listening to
the story's up at Infowars.com and naturalnews.com. Fukushima to blame for mysterious illness striking hundreds of flight attendants. Hundreds of Alaskan Airlines flight attendants have filed a formal complaint about uniforms they suspect might be causing their skin to rash and develop lesions. What's wrong with some radiation poisoning? They admit a lot of the aircraft have become radioactive from not just that company, but other airlines. Well, what's wrong with that? And their hair to fall out. Well, that's good for you. based on the timing of symptoms and the relation to similar symptoms in local marine life and polar bear populations. If you go back to Fukushima a year ago, or now 13, 14 months ago, we showed how the fastest currents that would start hitting Alaska in just 2 months took a year for the water to hit California, southern Canada, northern Mexico, and now that's happening there too. It took a year. It took a few months to hit Alaska, and boy, it's bad. When you got a plutonium reactor blowing up and hundreds of thousands of fuel rods, you heard me right, hundreds of thousands. You know, I had that number in my mind, and now I can't remember. Guys, search the term number of fuel rods at Fukushima. I want to say total, it was something like 400,000, ridiculous number, and they were storing them on top of the reactors, and they were blowing up and shooting, and some of them a mile and a half away into the ocean. Even the New York Times reported 6 months after we broke it. I could watch the video, and I looked at the specs on those reactors, and I found out they were storing them on top, and I said, those are fuel rods. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. Had a nuclear physicist on. Yeah, those are fuel rods. Turned out it was right. The point is, I forget the number, and usually my mind knows the exact number, and I want to say I'm wrong on that. No, okay, 3,550 fuel rods. Each reactor building pool holds. No, that was the pools. Oh, I was underestimating. Yeah, because 5 of the 6 blew up and only 4 really bad. It's 600,000. So they estimate it was 400 and I think 40-something thousand that blew. There it is. 600,000 spent fuel rods. So it's worse than I said. Of course it was. And what's the source on that? Is that AP or Popular Mechanics? Scroll that back down because Popular Mechanics can't believe them. But the Japanese government said that's how many were. Just scroll down so I can see the source on that. I just want to see the top there of the article. That's all I want. It's just the top of the article. That's Infowars.com. But where did we get that from? Go ahead and scroll down. Remember, it was all over the news. Because that graphic right there, that was from, it says read the full report here. Click on that. There you go. Oh, that's an actual government report about the Daiichi power station. Yeah, there you go. That's Tokyo Electric Power Company. That's our source. Well, there you go. All righty there. I said 400,000, it's 600,000. But I'm right. It was 400 plus thou. 446,000. That was the number that actually blew sky high. Boom. My brain wasn't working. I apologize. I was having like a HAL 9000. Just a moment, Dave. All right, we are electrochemical computers. You know that. Adam in Puerto Rico, you're on the air. Welcome and thank you.
Yeah, hi, Alex. How are you?
I've gone completely insane. I don't like tyranny. Go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, me neither. I have an idea for a T-shirt. I was thinking, end the police state. Justice for Thomas Kelly. I forget. Is that the name of the homeless person that was beat up by the police?
Well, he was tortured slowly to death with pleasure. Yes.
So I think we should do a T-shirt like that and make something, make a bigger stink, keep people thinking about that and not. They think more about the Trayvon.
I agree. That would be by the way, the Trayvon stuff came out. Turns out Zimmerman's nose was broken, his head fractured, and in the autopsy of Trayvon, his fists were busted, as all the witnesses said. And I'm not saying it's a good thing the guy got shot, but I mean, the point is Zimmerman's telling the truth and is going to get in all this trouble.
Yeah, it's unfair. I have a question. I don't know if this is happening everywhere. I live close to a military base. It's called Fort Buchanan. And they play the military trumpets every day at 6 a.m., 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. And this is something that's begun like a year ago. So I think they're just getting us used to like the military state, No,
that's happening everywhere. There's directives to acclimate the public. It's one thing to have reveille, but now they have military patrolling outside bases all over the country and pulling over slaves.